This is the E-Commerce Edge podcast with your host, Jason Greenwood. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the E-Commerce Edge podcast. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome Anatoliy LABINSKIY from both GSM as well as EcomScout to the podcast. Welcome, Anatoliy.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to piece golden nuggets and to share the golden nuggets and share my skills and my experience. Hopefully that it will be helpful for the guys out there who are listening.
Look forward to it. And whereabouts are you calling in from? Because you're based in the Ukraine, right?
I'm Ukrainian, but I'm living in Portugal for the last couple of years. I just came back from the United States. I was staying in Miami for whole winter. And recently came back to Portugal and just staying in resort, figure it out the new apartments. So managing the business online and figure it out what's gonna be the next steps. Since we got a newborn, second son, and that's really a kind of new stage in my life, handling much more people in my life, I would say.
Yeah, in some respects, maybe it was a good time when you left the Ukraine. Obviously, it's probably a bit safer for you and your family being based in Portugal or Miami. Either way, it's probably a bit safer for you to be where you are now. So I'm happy to hear that you and your family are safe.
Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, before we dig into what EcomScout is and does and how it came to be in this world, how did you get sucked into this world of e-commerce? What's your background? What drew you in? You worked as a sales specialist at Sergas Group, you BDM, you come from this entrepreneurial or intrapreneurial background. You were also CEO of IUL Telesales Mastery as well. And so, you've got this tech background, you've got entrepreneurship, you've got sales, and now e-com and e-com growth. So there's a real big mix, an eclectic background. What sucked you into e-com?
Yeah, sure. So back in 2017, when I was living in Dubai, we were quite broke and renting just master bedroom together with my wife, with another family in two-bedroom apartment. And we were thinking about the baby, but financially we were not ready to take care of ourselves even. Since several circumstances in life was happening and again, I was in financial troubles for XYZ reasons. I shared that story several times in the past. I'm trying just to make it that as short as possible. Basically, I was really broke and I was trying to change my life for a bit better. And then my wife coming in the room and saying to me, babe, I'm pregnant. And basically, she sit down on the couch and start crying. And crying not because of happiness, because she was so scared. And I started just telling her, no worries, we'll handle it. Let me take care of it. Let me go to buy another test in the pharmacy and find out if it's actually correct. And anyway, we'll figure it out. But I knew that at that moment, I just didn't realize yet, but I knew in general that it will be impossible to deliver in UAE if she will lose the job and insurance and so on. And I went to pharmacy. It was plus 35 degrees, 24th of February, and I'm staying just outside on the sun next to the entrance to pharmacy in Al Hayil Gate, and I'm just so scared, so shaking, and can't do any moves. I'm just realizing more and more in what kind of deep difficulties I am, because we even don't have own apartment. We have just simple master bedroom with another family, which is it won't work out for the baby when it will come. And again, delivery without insurance is not possible. I cannot cover insurance on my own costs and all that stuff. And basically, I just squeezed my arms and said to me, first time in my life, seriously, I don't care how, but I won't allow my baby to come in such kind of financial position as I am today and as I grow up. And basically, from that moment, I just came back, said that we'll handle. In 5 months, I moved my wife back to Ukraine to deliver baby there. And I just moved to the two-bedroom apartment with 7 other guys to save some costs and start looking around. What can I do? What can I do which could bring me more cash? And I started doing part-times. I had a background as a waiter, supervisor, so I started working on the private villas, serving the parties, like nightclubs, waiters, video photo shooting for the UAE commercials, for the Bollywood movies, anything, whatever I can, just get extra cash. Because before the entrepreneurship, I was thinking that everything is about how much effort, physical effort you would put. This is how much money you will make. But actually, it's not about that. So at that moment, I started reading the business books and all the successful cases of the companies and wealthy people. And I found out one important thing, which has changed my mind forever, is that what they are saying between the lines. This is what everyone is looking for, the life hack, some secret pills of success. And actually, it's written, it's mentioned there, but nobody wants to accept that. And I was so humble and so down that I accept that so easy and understand that that's the thing that was like, it just my life position will bring me to the level of understanding, because I still have nothing to lose. One thing which was always common between the wealthy people is that when they were starting and always when they're going through the difficulties, they never quit. And they don't listen anyone who are saying it won't work out. They just following what they trust their gut, and just like moving forward no matter what. So basically, I decided, okay, that's awesome, but what should I do? What is going to be that kind of thing which is I'm going to be doing? And I didn't think about entrepreneurship. I was thinking, okay, I do it here, some part-times. Plus, it's funny you mentioned the Sergas. It's so funny because I forget even it's a different life. It's a different life, like it's insane. But yeah, I used to work in that company in the daytime, and evening, night times, it's all the part-times, and on weekends as well. So basically, August 15, 2017, I read the book Starting from Zero by Fred Lam. It was just a lead magnet book in Facebook ads. I didn't know what this Facebook ads means, so I was thinking, wow, this is something like interesting. Let me read about that. And it was about how to start your e-commerce store less than $100. $100 is bullshit. I don't believe that. But what is all about e-commerce? I had no clue what it means. And I read the book, 182 pages in a couple of hours, and my mind was just blow up. I was like, what? Ads that simple? I can make money by doing something on my laptop? I wasn't believe that it's possible until I went through. And that book was with the screenshots, with showing the exact things. I like, no freaking way. I want to do that till end of my life. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I will figure it out. And this is where the story begins of e-commerce. I started creating my first store, which was called .com. 29th of September, I launched officially that store and start spending all the savings which I made in a couple of months. I like just spend, I start getting more and more part-times because I need to treat Facebook with the budget, and basically I lost everything because dumb mistakes of newbies. I was doing that as well. I was looking thousands of YouTube channels. I didn't follow one single strategy. And it's not bad. Like there is several people who doing results, but everyone has own formulas and own strategies, and you have to follow one. That's it. I was like all the newbies was looking for the shiny objects and just every 10-15 minutes changing everything on that account, and was just treating Mark Zuckerberg company by like investments from my side. It's disaster, but I wasn't care. Like my wife was saying to me, stop it, you are addicted, what are you doing? I like, no way, like no worries, I will explain you later. And she like, no, you have to stop it, baby is about to deliver, you have to go back to Ukraine. I said, no, I won't. And I became really addicted and lost everything what we had, and start owning from the friends some cash. And after 5 years in Dubai, I not even made the money, I start all the money for my friends. And like my wife saying to me, come back to Ukraine, I'm feeling so embarrassing that I cannot, because like I already have obligation here to pay some people, and plus, but anyway, it's disaster. Plus, I invested in the crypto 2017 when Bitcoin started growing up, and got scammed for $3,000 in the wrong company, and like several things, and everything against me. And what was only one thing which is following my head? I have no plan B. I have my why. The why is super strong. Is my son. It's my family. I have to deal, because if I would stop, what would be better? nothing. And there is possibilities that it can be better later. And I was fighting till the end, till end of January. Like, I already don't have any cash. I lost everything. My wife's telling me that she will get divorced on me if I will not come to Ukraine to her son and to our son and to her, all that stuff. And it was hard. But one moment when crypto scammed me, I was like, oh my God, now I own the money to the bank. I owe money to my friends. I have nothing left. My wife wants to divorce on me. And I like, what should I do? And I'm staying shaking. I don't know what to do because it was disaster. I invest everything what I had, even more, and it not working out. And basically, I just decided to stress out a bit, left the phone in the room, and went to walk in the evening after the work. And when I came back, I just fell down to sleep and decided not to do anything. Woke up and let's move forward. What's my let's move forward? What do you mean? There is no cash, nothing. Like, what? How are we gonna move forward? I don't know what I was doing next 7 days, but I was somehow trying to survive on this advertising world. Well, nothing was working. I didn't in the 6 months, I didn't get any sales, maybe 2, 3, in total, and completely lost, obviously. And I finally got the mentor who made group coaching calls in Facebook. And he basically was going to the ad accounts of his students in live in a closed Facebook group and was explaining what you done wrong and what you need to do now. And basically, I was excited to join there, but I already got scammed for $300 for something else from another guys who were offering services. And and they were taking money and run away. And this guy, I follow him, but $97 a month for me was expensive. I never pay anything online, and $97, it's quite expensive. I cannot afford it. I was repeating to myself, I cannot afford it. I cannot afford it. And it's so funny because now we're buying multiple 5-figures courses and masterminds, but that time it was different game. And one of my friends just called me and said, listen, have you seen the news? Mark Hager, that guy, just made his mastermind 50% off till end of January, $47 only. I'm like, $47? I can't afford it, but I can risk. I can take a risk. So I joined it 29th of January, and the first 15 days being in that mastermind calls, I realized that I'm so dumb. I didn't know any single metric, any single KPI, nothing. I was just blindly throwing money away, thousands of dollars I was throwing away because I was thinking that is easy. But at the end, you need to follow the strategy. And when he explained it to me in the first 15 days, I was able to generate my first $8,000 in profitable sales. And that was mind-blowing for me, proven of concept that it is working. Now,
You're like, I'm gonna
I can
survive
figure it
now.
out. Yeah, I was thinking that there is no tomorrow and so on, but in next few weeks I lost all those money and even borrow more. That's the reality of being in the business, guys. So things are happening, and my ads were rejected, and I wasn't able to run anymore that product. And there are several things happen. And next 3 months it was just survival mode, but I had no thoughts to stop. I knew that it's working, and I
You had
don't care
tasted
now.
success. You had tasted
Exactly.
success.
Yeah, I even didn't keep that cash with me. I remember I sent a screenshot of 5,000 in sales. It was somewhere in first week working with the mentor. Hey, look, 5,700 in sales dashboard of Shopify. She said, what is that? I said, I generated 5,700. I was telling you. She how much will you bring home? I no, I won't bring anything home. I have to reinvest. It's a business, blah, blah, blah. And she stop it. It's a sector. They want to take money from you. Don't do that. Stop it. I'm okay, I don't care. I just dropped the phone and continue doing my stuff. So basically, yeah, I lost it. Next couple of months, I was making 100 there, losing 1,000 there, and so on. But I was already somehow following the cash flow problems smoothly. And by summer, I started doing a couple of hundreds a month. I got a couple of clients for lead gen in Dubai on local market, for beauty salon, for gym. And basically, step by step, I decided to move to Ukraine, back to Ukraine to my wife, because I already was seeing that, okay, I started generating up to a couple of $1,000s a month, which has allowed me to survive and to be with my wife. So I paid off everything what I had in Dubai and came back to my family. And October 2018, I started partnering with my friend And we done first $50,000 in sales in 1 month in October 2018, but no profit. But it was first win, multiple 5 figures. Wow. Next month, super profitable, 150. Next month, 150 plus. Next couple of months, 250 plus to 24% profitability. And like life can start changing and different problems, different issues, high level problems, high level issues, financial gaps, and so on. But it was already a different game, and there was no like even single thought that I have to quit or something, because it's a business, we have to handle problems. And I was handling that quite well and was sharing all the stories, all the things which was happening when it didn't work and when it started working in social medias. And basically people start reaching out to me, can you mentor in me? I like, me? But actually I tried and it worked out. I like, wow, it's replicatable. So everyone can do that means. And I start just showing to people how to do that. And I got super busy for next 1.5 years with my stores, with my students. And then 2020, I opened my agency, GSM Growth Agency, which was required by the students. Can you manage for me? Not show me. Can you manage for me? And this is where idea came. My best students who didn't have cash but loved the game became my media buyers. My worst students who has the cash but doesn't want to work became my clients. And we bump it up quite fast, like 5x from where I was in that moment in terms of revenue, and results for our clients was just like exponential, like dropshipping stores from 0 to 1 mils a month. It was just like insane successful cases. And like step by step, by end of the year, we ended 12 employers, then 19, then 25, and then like 44. Now we are 34. We optimize our company. We are 34 employers. And basically that's like a main background, really short as much as possible. And then last year, 2023, I started investing in different directions. Horizontal scaling, as you mentioned, how I became to like different directions of the businesses. So I just got the like understanding of how horizontal scaling is working, all through the partnerships. So find out the person who has or budget or knowledge and partnering. So invest and let him implement, or implement and let him invest, or something similar. So it's win. Better to take a piece of the pie than just like a squeeze of the lemon. So I just learned that strategy and start investing into the one of the software, which is like now already live, EcomScout. It's attribution platform, which has reasonable price for subscription. It's the cheapest software on the market for attribution for sure. Tracking amazingly. We are still doing like a lot of things to implement there, but it's AI driven platform working through the AI. A lot of great features are inside, and we created that from scratch, just from the idea to make my media buyers cheap product in the same time, because all our clients were complaining about the competitors of the attribution platforms. So we decided to create something cheaper and actually create it for our internal team, first of all. So to make their things easier, and whatever the required features, we add into them. And later on, we find out that this software is so good, so why won't we get that in the real world to everyone else, to other advertisers? And we decided to make it the super reasonable price, like 3 times cheaper than any kind of platform out there, and we launched. And now like we have more and more users there, and now we're working on the designs inside, we're working on additional features, but AI is just learning and collecting all the data to get like better ideas later on. And basically the same thing I done with the real estate. I got 2 partners who wants to be in real estate, and I have mentor who is teaching me, and I have finances, and so other guys has finances. And we decided, okay guys, I will guide you, but I know the market, I know where we have to go in the United States, I know what kind of government programs we have to follow. Just let's start it. And they have time. I don't have time. And basically this is how the real estate ADM ownership started, and we started investing into the real estate last year and already bought it like 5 apartments so far. And we just like slowly finishing all the circles of the burn method, and go for the next 3 years to be at least over 20 to 30 apartments. And yeah, telesales mastery, it's a lead gen direction. So step by step, just horizontally growing what's working by having the right partners. And that's a real fun game, and that's my background. And I would say, is it everything smooth? No. Is there a lot of problems? Oh shoot, yeah. But we are dealing with that. And by hearing my story in short version, what you just heard, you can understand that anyone can achieve any results what they want. They just have to take action and sacrifice at the beginning and deny they fail and just move forward. Nothing else.
Yeah, when you've got a child on the way and a wife that is scared and crying on the other end of the phone, and I'm married, I don't have kids, but definitely when the wife is unhappy, what's the saying? Happy wife, happy life. The opposite is also true. So if she is unhappy, you will definitely be very unhappy. That's for sure. And if we focus on EcomScout specifically, this was effectively scratching an itch for you, right? This was an internal tool that you said, look, we need some form of multi-touch attribution platform. We need to be able to track the performance of our work that we're doing on behalf of our clients through our growth agency, where we're running Facebook ads, TikTok ads, et cetera. We need to be able to quantify the value that we're bringing to our clients. We need to be able to track that. We need to be able to iterate and improve the performance of our marketing on behalf of our clients over time. And then you said, great, let's build this. We've built this tool. Fantastic. It's working great for us. We know it works. We know it tracks all the metrics that matter. We know that it's helping our performance improve. Why don't we now commercialize this and turn this into an app that other people can subscribe to as a SaaS platform? That's basically the growth path of EcomScout, right? Hey team, I have a big favor to ask you. Please pause this episode and send the link of this episode to someone you know that you think would enjoy this content. Really appreciate you spreading the word. This is how we grow. We're not a Joe Rogan. We don't have big, massive advertising budgets, but we absolutely want to grow. We want to get the learnings from all of these episodes out to as wide of an audience as possible, and we need your help to do it. Thank you, and now back to your listening.
Yeah, so if to go like a bit deeper in details, end of 2022, me and my friend, we are speaking on the phone. And he is one of the genius people in terms of AI and implementation automations with the AIs. Especially he is on the Forex market build, one of the greatest apps, which is like trading successfully with 4% success rate every single month, making automated trading in the Forex. And that shows me, since I'm as well invested and I have seen that it's working, it's delivering, and I know that what he's saying, he is actually able to produce. And I said, listen, I really want to be in the SaaS direction, but I have no clue how to jump into it. And he said, bro, you remember, I'm always telling you about I want to be in e-commerce, but I just have no understanding about it. I like, are you thinking about the same as what I'm thinking? He said, do you think about the partnership? I said, yeah, that really could work out. What if I will ask my guys what we need and we start building the software for my team, and if it's work out, we'll think what we can build else. And he said, yeah, why not? It's easy. His main word always, it's easy. I like, listen, but yeah, I like, listen, you don't understand. It's attribution. It's XYZ, it's blah, blah, blah. I just start explaining to him technical knowledge, what I understand from the like top of the iceberg. And he said, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's easy. Come on, man. Don't joke with me. So, and we started the process beginning of January 2023. He added one of his developers to the project. And so step by step, we start explaining what exactly we want, what kind of attribution platform we modulating to understand the formulas, understand all the calculations. And he like, yeah, that's fine. It's easy. Like, stop, do it, please. Yeah. And basically, as in every single software project, there was delays. He said, it will be end of March, it will go live. I don't believe that. After that, like, it's end of April, will go live. I like, okay. End of May, it will go live. Yeah, okay, I'm fine. But actually, middle of summer, we went live for the beta testing. And during the next 6 months, we were just like testing internally with our media buying team. We have like about 20 media buyers in the team. And all of them were testing in the stores attribution. And we figure it out what need to like make the adjustments, tweaks, and so on. And it starts working. It starts working well and consistently. There was some kind of gaps, which the main goal was to hear bad. We want to hear bad feedback. That's the number one thing. When we start creating the software, I said, listen, I know that it will be sucks. I know that it will be really full of troubles in terms of bugs and errors. But it's good because then more errors and bugs we hear, it means then less problems we have later on because developer will be fixing them. And by using that kind of mentality, we were using 6 months gap, just hearing bad and bad. I said, like they saying, oh, it's tracking awesome. I said, it's awesome, but I don't want to hear about awesome. Tell me what's bad. And we were focusing about the bad, and we were squeezing from them. What else? Speed could be better. Okay, let's work about the speed. So now, like the software is really working. Like end of 2023, software starts showing us consistent results in terms of attribution, and we start adding features of ChatGPT there. What if media buyers like, guys, what you want in terms of what would you like in terms of speed up the process of advertising? What we can add it to EcomScout? They're like, oh, we don't know what ad copy, we need to figure it out X, Y, Z, we need to go to ChatGPT. You're like, what if we will create the feature that in one click you'll get several variations of the ad copies with the best advertising knowledge on the market? They're like, what do you mean? My friend saying, it's easy, no worries. Like, we sit down, we discuss the plan, and he started teaching the ChatGPT bot. He implemented the bot to the software, and he started teaching the bot with the top 100 years marketing cases around the world in terms of marketing, about copywriting, about the best head letters, emails, mails, letters, all the best practices from the past. He packed inside all the best marketing books, all the gurus from the last 20 years who were like delivering real results. All those strategies, he just put it inside and then start playing with that and figure it out, like how to make the small tweaks to make the ad copies perfect. So basically, what's now it's making, when you're in EcomScout, in your ad campaign, you just pressing on ad set, ad pop-up, ad level pop-up, and there is a button, ChatGPT, or there is a button GPT. So you just press on it, and what it's making, basically, it's about Facebook. It's when you're on Facebook. You have winning ad copy and winning creative. It's delivering for you the most of the results. You just pressing on the button, and you're generating from the winning creative, from winning ad copy, you're generating another 3 variations of the similar adjusted ad copies. And now you just copy and pasting and launching the testing campaign. So now you can test a lot of different variations of the creatives non-stop by just clicking one button without going anywhere. It's just analyzing your data, which is like working the best for you and making for you more variations of what's working the most. And we just testing, finding out another one, we press the button again and again, and it's really speed up the process of the testing phase for our guys. And now we are working on optimizing as well for mobile app, so it will be on the mobile. We want as well, okay, what's the pain point of all advertisers? I'm looking on my media buyers, and they're working day and night. They're working 24/7, and that's really difficulties for them to spend time with their friends, with their loved ones on the weekends. Because if we're scaling hard, 20, 40, 50K a day, they need to be next to the ad account. We're pushing them to be. If someone is on the European time zone, someone else in EST time zone covering them. So it's always like non-stop kind of process. And we're like, let's start working on the app. All the softwares has apps, but let's make the app, which is like advertiser, can just come in and make it user-friendly format that by you clicking a couple of buttons, advertiser will be able to adjust the budget, to kill the campaign, to manage the things, not launching, but manage the things super easy and with confidence. And now like our developers working on the app, which is we are excited to see how that's going to be look like, because by having this feature, my media buyers finally will have perfect weekends and leave the laptop at home and just going to be pressing the buttons on the phone. Especially the main idea one of our beta testers give us, that what if you're going to be ask AI learn what's the strategies of other accounts users in EcomScout using, what's the strategy working the best, and basically giving recommendations in the app, the steps to do according to KPIs. And that's one of the things which is most difficult. But again, my friend is saying it's easy, which is I don't believe so. Now I don't believe so, but still I see that it's implementable and just takes time. Really takes time and need investments, need more developers, more people who are using and giving us real feedback and ideas, because the users giving the best ideas ever. We just like working and working now, and I see it's already a project 14 months in our hands, even more. I would say already 15 months in our hands. And the thing is that I was speaking to several developers and software owners of the software companies in e-commerce, and most of them saying 2-3 years, this is when they start getting traction. And now I understand why, because they really like it's already 15 months. We get already users. We still like it's growing. We have more users coming to us, especially we have amazing affiliate program, which is like treating all the affiliates. And like basically in the same time, we add in features, and it's so slow that I want to add everything, but we have to deal with errors, if any. We have to deal with the chat report tickets, in case if any tickets. We have to implement features. We have to create the app, and a lot of the things which is like require time and testing. So that's why I believe another like 8 months or something, it will be like unstoppable, incredible app. Right now, it's already functionality amazing. Like viewpoint, easy to manage, but I want to make it really like sexy. And the app will be added soon, and that's what makes me really excited. Then we're gonna be unbeatable. And in all of that, it's only $99 fixed, not up to 2,000 orders a month, not plus commission for every single sale. No, fixed $99, because people want to create something which is like gonna be working, and nothing like nobody would be able to beat us by the pricing, because there is no reason to charge, to overcharging. And now I see that some of the competitors, not because of us, but in general because of competition, start decreasing the pricing, but still they're far away, minimum 3 times more expensive than we are. I believe we are on the right track, and like attribution is a huge problem, which is I'm as an advertiser know and dealing with that all the time. So we are excited. We are excited to see where the software will go, especially with amazing affiliate program. Like our affiliates making 50% a month from every single user.
Wow. And so when we think of what EcomScout is, if we or to put it into a box or a category of software, it's an MTA platform. So it's a multi-touch attribution platform, but it's also an AI-driven ad management platform as well. Currently only managing Facebook advertising, correct? And currently only integrates with the Shopify e-commerce platform. Do you have a vision for EcomScout to integrate with other e-commerce platforms at some stage? And do you have a vision for EcomScout to be able to manage advertising, be able to manage Google ads, to be able to manage TikTok ads, to be able to manage Amazon ads? Is it your vision to expand the e-commerce platforms that you integrate with and the ads that you can manage out of the box?
Yeah, it's a great question. Right now, it's tracking TikTok ads and Facebook ads, because this is our main direction. We're doing Google ads, we're doing email SMS marketing as well. So basically, right now, what's our main goal was for our team, it's TikTok and Facebook. And basically, because we are focusing on Shopify clients, that's why we are on Shopify platform only right now. But yes, like when we're gonna be finishing some main things like app and additional features which we're working on, it's gonna be growing to different platforms like WooCommerce, like Wix, and different platforms. It's just gonna be multiplying possibilities to connect. And the second thing is gonna be adding Google, email, SMS marketing, Snapchat. It depends what our users gonna be giving feedback to us. Because one thing that like other platforms has, another thing what users needs. We want to see who our users, what they're asking for, and we're gonna be making the perfect product for the users. So like we start building the software according to the request from my team, and now we're gonna be continue adding features by request of our users. That's exactly like Elon Musk create Tesla. He was asking like over hundreds and hundreds thousands of people what's the perfect car is. And this is how they create Model 3, if I'm not mistaken. It's a cheap, it's affordable, it's fast, it's soft, like everything like as people want. So basically the same was the idea we got. Let's ask people what they want. Okay, they don't want to be on the weekends next to the laptop. Okay, they don't want to make things on the ad copies and so on. So right now, there is more ideas came, especially this kind of AI optimization by analyzing all the other campaigns from other accounts. Those kind of big things, when it will not if, when it will be implemented, that's something what's not available on our competitors' platform. We do not try to beat the competitors except pricing. By pricing, for sure, we're trying to beat, but we're trying to create the feature attribution platform with the features which are not available on other platforms. So maybe even someone will join us not just because of attribution. Maybe someone would like just to join us because there is an app. Maybe someone would like to join us because it's analyzing actually all the advertising background of other advertisers. Or maybe someone would like to join because we are about to add it as well in next 6 months, most probably, TikTok Shop Fulfillment Center. Because everyone's struggling now. TikTok Shop is killing. Like it's insanely like scalable model. And we are as well jumping into that market. And number one thing which is everyone has, actually two things. How to communicate properly with the creator. So how to connect creators in the big quantity. So we already create a bot which is reach out to like hundreds of creators every single day, but we like connecting now for internal use only. But we'll see if it's like really powerful. We're going to be added as a main feature for the software for the same price. And as well, we are working on feature which is fulfillment center. So basically everyone who are on TikTok Shop, especially at the beginning when it started last year, were mess about fulfillment. Like there was so much delays, accounts shut down and so on, just because like people were trying to figure it out how manually to fill up and fulfillment request on the TikTok, because there is a super strict rules on TikTok about the delivery. And now we figure it out what the requirements are. And it's like basically Excel sheet, which is going to be integrated in the platform. And like every user can just fill up the needs and boom, it will be automatically like fulfilling with their warehouses. It's just like matter of time. But need more investments from our side for sure, and need more like human power to deliver speed of those kind of adjustments.
Wow. Exciting. And so it's your goal to expand the platform to be able to manage advertising on pretty much any digital platform that allows advertising. That's the ultimate goal. And then to be able to integrate with any major e-commerce platform, BigCommerce, VTEX, whatever major e-commerce platform is out there that's used by D2C and B2C merchants. Are there any features that you see that would be valuable to the B2B e-commerce world, or are you really hyper-focused on the B2C and D2C world?
I was just saying that we were focusing from day one what's needed for our team. And now, since the users' data is going to be growing, the database of quantity of the users inside, and we're going to be continue asking, making the survey, what do they need? And if we'll see the common requests, which is going to be related to B2B, we're going to be start figure it out. Because I was saying to my partner, I don't like the layout. I want to make it this bright, these kind of things, more like a cartoon, like things like animations and so on. But at the end, I ask my team, do you agree with me? They're like, no, we just need to make sure that speed is good. I like, what I want, it doesn't make any sense. I need to hear what people want. So the same with B2B or B2C, I don't really, it doesn't matter. The most important, what our user will be required. And we're going to be thinking, okay, so majority of people actually said common thing about this problem. What if we'll create the solution? That's if it will be B2B, it will be added B2B. We're focusing on solutions for problem variation.
Complete sense. And where do you see, because we now know that Amazon ads are, the Amazon ad platform is the third largest ad platform in the United States now, behind Facebook, Google, now Amazon. Are you seeing a growing demand for Amazon ad management and Amazon performance marketing management? Is that something that is coming across your radar yet, or is that something you think will be bigger and in more demand in the future?
I would say that majority of our clients who came to us on done for you stores in the last 4 years, they are or about to join Amazon when they were joining us, or they are already successful investors in Amazon and just trying to expand. So what I'm trying to say by that, we are super in close communication niche between Shopify and Amazon. It's super similar customers. It's super similar needs from both sides and understanding of the business. So by that being said, Amazon really huge, and people who are in Amazon, as soon or later, they join into Shopify, or who are on Shopify, when they expand, they move into Amazon as well. And even by looking on some of my friends from really huge successful agencies with the 200, 300 employers with a couple of millions a month revenues for just agency side, they made the biggest expand last year when they added Amazon direction to their site. So right partnerships, yes. Because there is, unfortunately, let's speak about Shopify, let's speak about Amazon done for you. I'm in done for you for 4 years. And do you know how many agencies doing done for you for 4 years?
No, I don't know, because
There
that's
is
not a
none.
space I play in. Really? Okay.
There is none. There are people who were before, but they switch over to masterminds and so on because of removing responsibilities of not delivering results. The same with Amazon. I'm doing that for 4 years and my team. And we still here, and we went through several difficulties, but we still doing that and taking responsibilities and implementing our skills and always teaching our media buyers some new adjustments, AI and implementation and so on. And we still getting clients and still doing done for you stores because we are confident what we can. We are not moving to masterminds and so on. We just keep doing what we are doing. The same with Amazon. The right partner on Amazon, it's so difficult because there is so much crowd about done for you Amazon, especially how much they're charging, 45, 60, 70, 100, 150 for the one store. But then 3 years in and no even break even or something like that. That's a real problem. So that's why Amazon, it's a huge, I would say, market where like people are speaking about again and again, the same like Shopify. But if you want to jump into it, you must understand who you're going to be like jumping into, because that's really the best, the worst thing. I record one podcast with one of the guys 1 year ago, actually almost 2 years ago, and it was great. We had great conversation about Amazon, how he scaled to 8 figures his company and so on. And then my YouTube channel was full of negative comments because that guy never delivered results to anyone. But he was charging 70,000, 90,000, so 8 figures made, and now he has sued cases and all that stuff. But I'm just saying that you have to be super careful of who you want to partner on that direction before you jump in. But definitely, if you have successful business in Amazon, you have to go to Shopify, expand, and opposite. That's for sure.
Have to be omni-channel these days because you have to be everywhere your potential customers already are. Listen, Anatoly, this has been a fantastic conversation. You sound like a guy who is hungry, who's passionate, who wants to help brands succeed, who wants to help brands be better, do better. You taking your agency learnings, transforming that into a productized experience that helps brands expand with effectively all the knowledge and the capability and the experience of agency without having to actually pay an agency, so they can do a lot more self-service through your app based on agency learnings and based on the experience of all of the accounts within the app as well. So we're taking learnings across all the ad accounts that are being run by EcomScout, and we're transferring those learnings into insights into each individual customer that's using the platform. Super genius idea, super genius plan. It sounds like and especially for $99 a month, look, it's a no-brainer, right? We're not talking, this is not a $1,000 a month platform. This is not a $2,000 a month platform. This is a $99 a month platform. This is not going to break the bank. If you're any kind of decent size whatsoever, you're going to need some kind of analytics platform, some kind of performance analytics platform, and ideally have that linked to an ad management platform. And I think that's the genius. It feels like that's the genius of EcomScout, because there are performance and MTA platforms out there. There are platforms out there, and then there are ad management platforms out there. And oftentimes they don't talk to each other. They don't share data with each other. So being able to take the performance data, the MTA data, the multi-touch attribution data, and helping that to inform the ad creation process and the ad variation process, and vice versa, feels like, instead of just simply, because most of the MTA platforms out there, they simply connect to your Meta Ads account, they simply connect to your Google Ads account and they pull in the performance data from the ad account, but they don't inform the ad account. They don't actually help you with the creation of the next variation of ads based on that performance data. They simply tell you what has happened. They don't tell you how to improve that necessarily. And so I feel like connecting the dots in this way feels very novel and feels very unique. So congratulations on building a product that is very unique in the marketplace, and you've democratized access to it by making it affordable enough that almost any brand should be able to afford. Any brand that is serious about e-commerce, they have to have a technology like this in their business if they want to continue to grow. It's that simple. Fantastic. $99 a month. People should go and check it out. If people want to get a hold of you and learn more, I'll drop in the show notes, I'll drop a link to your LinkedIn profile as well as a link to the EcomScout website. Other than that, if people want to learn more and they want to chat with you, what's the best way to reach out to you and have a conversation?
Yeah, sure, Jason. Just before I will say that, I want to edit what you just mentioned. It's not even for the brands who are serious. Why as well, what was one of the ideas, $99, is just to make it affordable for the beginners who start scaling and they don't see the proper data. They have problems to scale and they cannot afford yet $300, $500 a month per software. And we made that affordable exactly for the people who just starting. For the people who has brands, it's no-brainer savings. But for people who just started, it's a no-brainer because they have no other solution, and here it is. It's exactly affordable thing which you can scale forward and nobody actually helping you. And I was in the shoes when I started, and that's why we make it that kind of affordable things to make sure that everyone can get it. And again, by listening our media buyers on complaints of our customers, why it's so expensive. Yeah. And basically, yeah, appreciate for everything what you said, Jason. And if you guys want to reach me out, like one of the best things to contact with me is the Instagram DMs. It's ecom by Anatoliy LABINSKIY Instagram. You can reach me out. There is also stories highlights about the past results. You can go through and check our chats with the clients. And plus, at the same time, if you will DM me, ask me question, and I'll see if I can just guide you through for the best solution. And by the way, whoever will be DM me, I will provide you 50% discount on the first month using EcomScout. Why not? Like you can DM me like name of the podcast and it's all, like e-commerce age, and that's all. And we're gonna be providing you a special coupon code that you can use it. Anyway, I really appreciate for having me here, and I was enjoying.
Yeah, it was a fantastic conversation. Now, as we come down to the close of our time together, this is where I get to flip the script. I get to hand the microphone over to my guest. I get to let you ask me one question. Any question you like, can be personal or professional. So Anatoliy from EcomScout and GSM, what is your question for me today?
What would you do if the AI will come in your journey 8 years ago? It basically in 2015, 2016. How would you implement the AI in that time with the knowledge you had in the past, not what you have right now?
Look, that's such an interesting question. I think that AI so far has been probably mostly disappointing to me so far. I think some of it has been absolutely amazing, but I think hallucinations are still a problem. I think incorrect data, it's the traditional idea of garbage in, garbage out. And there's a lot of data out there that's pretty crappy across the internet. There's a lot of wrong information across the internet. And I've said this before on the podcast, and I'll say it again, a lot of these big tech companies, they're woke. And unfortunately, the kind of guardrails and the type of training, the protocols that they put around the outputs of the AI that they're creating also are woke. And we saw this famously with Google and making Black founding fathers of America. And it's just, I think we're in a really interesting time with AI. Look, it's absolutely a transformational technology. There is no two ways about it. Yesterday, I created a new thumbnail, for example, I wanted to run a YouTube ad, and I needed to create a thumbnail for it. And I went into Microsoft's Copilot here on my desktop. I wanted to create a generative AI image. I described what I wanted it to create. It created it for me. It created 4 variations for me in the span of about 30 seconds. I liked all of them, but I liked one of them in particular. I imported that one image into Canva. Then I took one of their base templates, removed the stock imagery, put in my AI generated imagery, changed the text, and boom, within 2 minutes, I've got a really good looking thumbnail. Now, historically, and I put a post about this on LinkedIn yesterday, historically, this would have taken like a proper graphic designer. Even if I hired someone off of Fiverr or Upwork, it would have probably cost me between 20 and 30 bucks. It would have been a minimum of a 24-hour turnaround time. I would have had to create a really tight brief, and we would probably had to have 1, 2, 3 iterations to get it exactly the way that I wanted. And now with AI, now I do this 100% for free, or just included with my annual Canvas subscription, and I have access to all those base templates that I can reuse and tweak. And I think that AI has some incredible capabilities to transform the world. In fact, I think it's going to be as transformative as mobile was, but more. But I think it's going to take longer to become transformative than what people are thinking right now. The technology is going to change the face of the planet, and the way that we interact with technology is going to change really fast. But it's still not conversational, meaning that it is not a two-way conversation. It is a one-way conversation with AI right now. And if in 2015 I would have seen where this was headed, I think I probably would have tried to create a conversational layer with software that could be integrated easily into any software, to where because when I do discovery, for example, when I go in and I'm doing discovery with my clients and I'm trying to figure out how I can help their business, what their challenges are, what their roadmap looks like, where their end goal is, and how we can roadmap a way to help them get there, it's a two-way conversation. I ask questions, they give answers, which leads me to ask new questions as follow-up questions to my original questions based on their feedback. Now, I don't understand still why when I log into Xero right now, for example, my accounting package, why can't I discuss with the software what I want to do and have it do it? Why can't I say, okay, I want to reconcile. Okay, I want to reconcile that with that. I want to have a conversation. And then if it doesn't understand, it asks me, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Okay, cool. Do you want it to do it this way? Great. Just like you and I are talking, right? You say something, it prompts a thought on my side, causes me to ask another question, and we have a free form flowing of thought going 2 directions, right? Until AI gets there, I think it will have limited application, because currently it's almost like a Google type of scenario. I go in, I ask a question, it gives me an answer. Then if I need a more refined answer, I have to refine my question, I have to refine my prompt, instead of the software being smart enough to almost be like a business analyst and enter into a conversation of question and answer with me. And this is, I think, the biggest shortcoming of AI right now. It is not a two-way conversation. It is a one-way conversation. And I think the promise of AI will not be fully, truly fulfilled until it becomes two-way. But
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a big thing. Like, it's not emotional,
yes,
it cannot modulate the person, but it is as well one-way conversation. It's changing. It's improving. There is a like huge. I have seen video, 3 minutes video, like advertising for like general like social problems, and it was a movie. It was incredible quality movie, and all the people in the video was with the balloons instead of their heads. You can find out that in ChatGPT 4, somewhere in the news, like video generated completely by AI, something like that. Like some advertising
yeah,
company
I have seen that. It is very impressive. Where you can basically give it a script and say, this is what I want the video to be, and it will completely generate the entire video.
It was like a full rolling, like full episode of some social like conditions of the human being, and all the humans were without the faces. It was just a balloon. And like
A balloon.
and yeah, and it was just like so actionable and non-recognizable that it's not a real people, it's not a real movie, it is just like fake. And basically we are somewhere far, but closer and closer for exactly what you're saying, like giving the task, giving feedback, giving the task, taking feedback, giving the better task, and implementation. That's on the way, but you're right, it will take some time. It's not here, it's still far away. It's still a lot of misleading information, and you have to write the right prompts to be on the right spot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anatoly, this is a fantastic conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to speak to you again soon, my friend. Are you a B2B or D2C e-commerce merchant? Then head over to greenwoodconsulting.net to learn how we can help you scale your business.